Come on. I need a little bell. You gotta come sit down. You gotta come sit down.
A little bell effect.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
No.
Come on. You show the people what you put on for them.
I can't.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
I'm done making promises.
It's a good thing you're still wearing pants, because that...
You told me to take my shirt off.
I did, and I'm glad you didn't, because...
His whole balls would be out.
your boobies and your balls would be out, sir. Your ass, too. Whoever said this, thank you very much.
I can't feel my arms.
I bet. By the end of this, you're just going to have to be like ripping out of it. You're just going to tear out.
Guys, welcome to the Arcane Lounge podcast. I think I'm losing circulation in my brain. We tried to put this on like 3 times and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But am I pretty? Wait, I've even got the...
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, little garter.
A little scandalous.
You guys like this? Is it what you wanted?
I like the garter.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's cute.
Who said I had to do this?
I can't remember.
I think I told them that you would.
Wait, this is your fault? Because I remember agreeing to this.
Specifically, you told them if they sent you one, you would wear it.
Oh, so it's the consequences of my own actions?
Yeah.
When will you learn?
And we just happened to get one in the P.O. box. I totally didn't. I totally didn't buy one and send it to the P.O. box.
Did you buy this?
No, I didn't. Someone on the Discord.
Okay. I was
someone on the Discord claimed it.
I was gonna say, holy shit, that would have been the long con.
Riddle
Yeah.
me this,
You
Batman.
did this, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in a maid outfit?
Riddle me this, Batman. If I wear a skimpy maid outfit, wasn't it funny that he was kind of like a YouTuber?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
How
saw
many
the Batman
gift subs would you give out?
That was kind of funny. That was kind of cool. He was funny, but also
And when
he
he's
was
just like,
kind of relatable.
"Hi, thanks for joining in."
Whoa.
Relatable is a bad word to use. I would say kind of realistic, at least for nowadays. I'm not going to kill people, guys.
No.
Yeah. Before I went live, I was in here with the costume on, and I went, something in my ass. The Batman was fucking great.
It was.
It was so
very
good. Oh my god! I've been listening to Something in the Way ever since we got the trailer for it, and that song just slaps. It's so good, and it was so fitting, and it was such a good movie. It was a good time. So. All right, is this what you guys wanted? You just wanted me to suffer today?
I
already suffered enough today.
I want you to take it
I watched
off.
my old videos today, and it was bad. It was a bad time.
Let's go take it off.
No, we're not going to until I do the one thing that they all wanted.
What?
Your floss? What's gone?
I can do that too if you want. Yeah,
right, yeah,
I just got up and started flossing.
Yes, I don't.
No. Here we go. This is for everyone.
What did they want?
Ooh woo. Okay. All right.
Lord.
We're done. We're done now.
The fear in your eyes.
It could have been anything, and it was that.
I can't make it. It's too
To be honest, I don't even have that on originally now.
guys.
Yeah.
Do we need to cut you out of it?
I'm okay. I think it left marks on our arms though. So
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
I'm next.
Whoa.
No.
next.
I'm not. No.
Craig's next.
Send us something neat for Craig
How
to
many
wear.
gift subs do I?
We were at Disneyland yesterday, which was fun. We did the Food and Wine Festival at California Adventure, and it was great. That was the only reason why we went, because we can't really go on any rides because you're pregnant. So we went on like soaring over California and stuff, and saw some people. By people I mean some fans, which was pretty cool. I was also very weird, but also I always love seeing people in the wild, so it was fun. But we were walking around, and I was bored because we were waiting in lines. And I kept just being like, I loved just how many Italian mobsters were in the new Batman movie. And they were just like, hey, this city, Gotham, I rule everything. I'm a big boy with all my stuff. This Batman, he's busting my balls.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good. I loved that. And I wanted the Penguin to eat spaghetti really badly, but he did not, which was unfortunately Yeah, the Riddler was really good. And yep, I like that movie. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was good. That was a good time. And Disneyland was fun too. So yeah, so it's so great to drive there in the Tesla. It's so nice. Gas in LA right now is
$7.
It's apparently like $7. We to get there and back, it costed us like $35 to charge, and a full tank of gas in my old car would have been like $100 to $120. Yeah. So that's cool.
It's real icky right now.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking goddamn it. Worth. Yeah. I just want to say this is the only thing I want to talk about because look, we provide escapism here. That's our thing. But I do want to say one thing about Ukraine. First of all, President, is he Prime Minister or President? Zelensky?
He's president.
Yeah. That guy's so fucking cool. Yeah. He's so awesome. God damn it. You see, yesterday he was like, I'm not afraid of you knowing where I am. I'm here. And he like sitting at his desk and he's like, come and get me. He's so fucking cool. I really hope he is alive and continues to live because he's such a badass. And I think he's just being really, really good, like sort of like moral support for everybody right now. He's the light in the darkness of all of this. And like, God damn it. I really respect that man. So that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to have a President Zelensky appreciation moment there for the podcast.
I agree.
Anyways,
your Adderall wearing off?
That was the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Your Adderall?
I think it is. It hasn't been doing much today. I got prescribed meds last week, 2 weeks ago. And then Walgreens was like, dude, we're not going to give you medication, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then I got a text message that said, your medication's ready.
Good.
I didn't go to Walgreens to get Adderall, but I
Adderall,
had a consultation with doctors and I got prescribed. And I...
Yeah, Walgreens basically went, where'd you get this? And you went, oh, over here. And they went,
yeah, it had to be from a local doctor, and they didn't like that it wasn't from a local doctor.
And then your doctor went, give it to him. And they went,
yeah, I think they just like called him and talked to him. They were like, no, we can prescribe things.
Your mom called their mom and they figured it out.
My dad's going to beat up your dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got Adderall last week. I got it on Friday. I didn't want to try it before a D&D game because I didn't know how it was going to affect me. Grace takes Adderall because Grace has ADHD, and I've been talking to her a lot about it because she's taken it for a while, and she told me that if it makes you really tired and if it makes you feel like crap, or not like crap, but like if it makes you feel tired and like really sleepy, that's how you know you have ADHD because that's not really how it affects other people. Yeah, and that's exactly what it did. So. I confirmed I have ADHD, and I tried it on Saturday. I'm trying to use it every day because I just want to see how it affects my brain for right now. And Saturday and Sunday were crazy, like just really good days. Like I just felt really balanced and I could focus, and we just like on Sunday was really nice because like we went to the park and we like just like took a walk, and I was legit just, damn bro, I really vibing with nature right now. Like I was just like I was able to focus and just have a good time, so it was really, really good. And then when we went to Disneyland yesterday, I also took it during then, and I didn't notice much of a difference. It's probably because we were just doing so much that day that I wasn't really paying attention to it. The only thing I guess I really noticed is that it was easier to wait in lines. It is, so when I take Adderall, I've noticed since we're like day 4 now, that I can just kind of like sit there and just be like, I'm content with just doing nothing right now, which is a feeling I've never had before. I always have to be doing something. So,
like when you drove me to the doctor the other day, and then you're like, when I came back, you're like, yeah, I just watched clouds.
Yeah, it was weird. Not like I was like zoned out or like I was high or something. No. I was just like fascinated.
You're just like enjoying being like.
I was just happy that I could just sit there and just be like, I'm cool, just and not sitting here.
Seek out like something that's going to stimulate
because I constantly have to stimulate myself as a thing, and it was nice not stimulate myself, which was really cool. I don't know what's going on today. Today I took it pretty early on, and
theory,
I didn't. I felt no different. I did the stream earlier, and like I was just off the walls. Like I was going on tangents. I was opening up different videos, and I haven't really felt much different today.
my theory is you had like an entire like venti coffee before you took it. And all the other days you haven't had coffee before you've taken it.
The only time I did was the first day. I did the thing I'm not supposed to do, which was take it right when I wake up and
without
then not
eating.
eat. I felt really sleepy when we were playing Elden Ring. But maybe I was just like but that was the first time my body's been using the substance. So I have no idea how it's affecting me yet. But today I kind of did the same thing, which I'm not supposed to do. And I feel, no, I took it later.
You took it like
But
an hour after
it's kind of not done anything to me today. So we'll see. I'll try something different tomorrow. I'll try like eat before. It has suppressed my appetite a little bit, which is fucking fantastic. I'm so down for that. But yeah. New thing. New
testing it out, seeing how it works.
Testing it out, see how it goes. I'm gonna try something different tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I feel really scatterbrained right now, so it's gonna be a weird podcast episode.
I wonder if it's also something to do with like these the last couple days were largely like leisure days. This one you did stream, you're doing this, or something else. So I wonder if it's like there's already probably a process you have to do to kind of ramp yourself up to do that anyway. So I wonder if there's a thing where if you're actively trying to suppress it, you could. Yeah, that's weird, because that is actually something I noticed with it that was really nice. Was like when after I'd taken it for a couple hours later, I was it's so easy to motivate myself because I still have to motivate myself to do things, of course, but like to clean up and to like do work is really, really difficult to the point where like I've come up with strategies in order to try to do them, and what I normally have to do is like reward myself a lot in order to do stuff like that. So like I kind of have to like hype myself up in order to clean up or hype myself up to work. But when I take Adderall, I don't. I'm just cool with going, oh, I'm going to pause this and do that now because I'm not going to experience this horrible feeling of no dopamine being in my brain to the point where like I have to listen to music. I have to do something in order to make myself feel good while I'm doing this. So maybe that's just what's happened today, and I'm kind of just cool doing everything right now. So I don't know. It's definitely gonna be a journey for us.
Exactly, yeah. And at the end of the week or the end of the month, I think I have to talk to doctors too. Yeah. About like how I felt and whatnot, and then they can possibly change what I get. They can give me more. They can give me less. We'll see what happens.
It's all about fine tuning.
Yeah. And that's all this is. This week is just discovery. That's all it is.
It's a lot. It's pretty good that you're keeping track of it all.
Yeah.
So it's almost like. Because that's going to help a lot.
Thanks. I'm really scared. I was really scared at first because I didn't want to like take it and then like what if I don't have ADHD and I just felt like this the whole time and this isn't real and I get addicted to like this drug and like then I was freaking out because like day 2 I took it and then a few hours later I just felt really good. Like I just felt really level headed. I felt really nice and I was just like I'm just having a good day, and then I got afraid because I was like, oh my god, what if this is a good feeling and this is like I'm getting addicted to this. Fuck, I don't want that. I don't want to have to rely on this thing, but like also I do want to have to rely on it a little bit because like it's medication.
Well, it can also be really probably frightening to experience 24 of your years of your life one way and then have it be a different way and then that's told to be normal when that's not your normal.
Exactly. And what's nice is like what they were telling me and what Grace has told me too, which has really helped me out, is that like she doesn't take it all the time. She takes it when she's going to work and she wants to be able to focus and she wants to be able to feel like, you know, sort of level-headed, I guess, is like, I can't think of the right word. That's probably not the right word to use, but just kind of be balanced out, you know, but like when she's at home, if she's chilling out, she doesn't really take it because she doesn't need to, because she feels fine. I was like, okay, well that's comforting to know because they told me that it only is really supposed to last 4 to 5 hours. So it's not an all day thing anyways. It's just frustrating that the one day where I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it before I work, it doesn't do anything. And I'm like, okay.
I almost wonder if it's a thing where it allows you to have clarity and to stop some of the noise so that your brain can then kick in and go, I'm going to activate these skills that I've learned to do these things.
Maybe that
so it gives you
is.
like the advantage. And then after the 4 hour mark, you don't have to like it tricks your brain into going, I'm going to use these strategies regardless if I feel this way or not.
Yeah, definitely.
So I wonder
think
if that kind of jump starts it somewhere.
Yeah, there are a couple of things that like are kind of annoying. Like one really primary like thing I kind of struggle with is I constantly have things sort of interrupting my own mind.
Yeah.
Like I have a thought, I have a tangent, and then something's going to interrupt it, and that's going to become more interesting, and I'm going to follow that now, and then forget about whatever that was.
Yeah.
And that was all what today's stream was, which was just kind of frustrating. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 steps back, but I'll try something different tomorrow.
Are you able to normally recognize when that's happening in the moment?
I do now that I know what it's like to not have it. Sorry, that didn't make any fucking sense.
No, it does. That could be it still. It could still be working.
The first day that I took the Adderall, there were so many things I recognized. I was like, oh my God, I don't feel this anymore. Like one thing was I noticed that whenever I finish a really long sentence or stop talking for a while, I get this huge rush of dopamine. And I don't know why, but I've been that way since I was a kid, where like if I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk to the point where like I'm out of breath and I've said everything that I wanted to say, my brain is like, oh, that was great. Good job. Here's a bunch of dopamine.
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel nice. I want to do that again, actually. So I'm going to keep talking and talking and talking. When I took Adderall, didn't feel that way at all. Was literally just like, I can just say what's on my mind, and nothing's going to get in my way, and I can just say it. And I don't need to over-explain myself. I don't need to overthink everything that I'm saying. I can just say how I feel, which is, like, so stupid because, yeah, duh, like, that's how everybody else thinks. But, like, it's kind of weird. Oh, the other thing, too, was that time felt really slow.
Yeah.
Time was, like, when we were playing Elden Ring, I felt like we'd been playing for hours, and we'd been only playing for an hour. And there was a point where Colton was like, oh, that premiere is going up tonight, right? The Icewind Dale stream. And I freaked. My instinct was, oh, shit, it's probably 5. But, and I just went, oh, shit. And everybody, and Colton and Jack were like, what, are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. I don't know why. I thought it was like 5 p.m. right now, and it's not. And it's literally the whole day felt so long. And it normally it's just because I typically have so many things distracting me. I'm hyper focusing on a lot of things.
I was going to say is that you're now in the moment.
Yeah, the Adderall made me realize what was in the moment. Made me not kind of. I was able to keep track of time. And I was it was really nice. I was able to just kind of focus on the day, which was really good. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
It's a journey for sure.
It's definitely, but that's the ADHD Adderall hour of the Arcane Lounge podcast.
Oh, are we swapping? Are we swapping out our LaCroix for a bubbly?
I do. Yeah. Well, the second LaCroix jumps on having a caffeinated version of their drink, I will drink it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You found like a sparkling tea this week.
Yeah,
at Target.
I found sparkling tea. That was the other thing too. When we went shopping at Target, I normally get
we went
really
there for one thing.
Went there for one thing, and I normally am like really overstimulated, and I didn't even know. Like, fuck, this is like things I'm learning about myself that I didn't realize. Mm-hmm. Grace told me, I have to take Adderall before I go grocery shopping because I get overstimulated and typically want to get out of there as fast as possible and end up buying nothing. I was like. And then I was like a that's so Raven moment. I was like, or like I had a vision of everything I had in my past, and I was like, that's why I don't like shopping? Yeah. I hate being in stores because I'm overstimulated? Yeah. I thought I just didn't like stores. And I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was a thing. And we were in Target and we were walking around, I was like, we should get snacks. Because I've been noticing also that when I'm on Adderall, I don't want to eat big food. I want to eat small snacks because snacks are great because I can have a little bit. And then I'm like, my appetite is kind of sort of pushed down, so I don't want any more than this. So we just went to Target. I just got like a fuck ton of snacks because they just sounded good. And I was like, I'm going to have all of these. And it's so great. Now I have all these little snacks that I've been eating.
That's how Lacey is too. It is very similar where it'll really depend on what the event is, and her tolerance for is because of that. So sometimes she has to take her medication before that too.
Wow, that's crazy. What can I ask? What?
No, she's same thing. She has ADHD too.
Oh my! I didn't even know that.
I think a lot of it's just worse for her in certain areas because she's a little agoraphobic now too. Oh. So there's like a fear factor to it for some things. But yeah, I mean sometimes it's just about a chemical imbalance and then trying to figure out how to tackle a new.
That's cool.
problem,
That's
a new
it's
solution.
really nice knowing that there's more people who
Oh,
have
tons.
the same
I mean,
experience.
even me as brother's that way. So it's like, I mean, like immediate group. It's a lot
great.
of people that are just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it was really weird. I just never realized that. I just hated being in stores when I was a kid, unless I was like really interested in it or something like that. Grace was like, "You're overstimulated." I'm like, "Fuck, that's what that is."
We went on Saturday for the snacks and stuff for one specific snack, and then we bought a bunch of snacks. But we went again today. Was it different for you today than it was then?
We did go today, huh?
We went today. We had like a very specific goal. We wanted like new sheets for our bed.
No,
like we went in
today. Today I was like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Did you go before the stream or after?
Before. I literally was 45 minutes after taking my medication. And I was like, it's going to kick in and I'm going to feel good while I'm at Target. I just didn't.
I went the coffee really did meme the whole thing.
I think it probably meme the whole thing. Because when I did that on Saturday, the first day that I got it, and I didn't drink caffeine until later because I was afraid that it would fuck it up.
Yeah.
And I totally did. So that's I'm going to try something different tomorrow. Because, I think I just imbalanced my whole
that may be
brain.
something with like less caffeine, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe just a bubbly bounce instead of a Americano.
Okay.
Like you could have it later in the day.
Absolutely, just maybe not right before while your body's trying to balance things out.
Yeah. I really want to see how it affects me when I'm DMing.
Yeah.
I really want to see what happens because it's weird. It's just like this experience of like, let's see what my brain does, which is just, I don't know. It's just so strange.
Yeah, I mean,
to
but I think
about.
that's a lot of it. You said before, it's discovery and being able to be precognitive is how you get better because these things aren't always here. It's just supposed to get you to have the static pulled away so you can operate, and then once you're able to do that. After you remove the medication, you'll have all the tools already for it to handle the situation, regardless of meds or not.
I realized when I was sitting in the car waiting for you as well that I texted Tyler this and I was like, "Fuck, I could listen to a lecture right now." And Tyler was like, "Oh," and I was like, if I would have had this in high school, I would have been a good student because I would have been able to pay attention. But yeah, and then Tyler was like, "You could always go back to school," and I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that shit."
Just like good doesn't mean I would.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, cool. Thanks for talking about that with me, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. Let's jump into some questions. You see the picture I took today? All right. Let's see, guys. There's nothing on here.
There's no
questions.
No questions.
All
All
right,
right.
well, yeah, goodbye.
That's the end of the podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up.
I gotta scroll. I didn't have it prepared. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Quick, Spencer, talk about the thing that's on your mind right now.
Oh, I have to go to the doctor again this week.
Oh.
Yeah, to see if I have diabetes.
You got a shot in your ass.
I did.
Your ass?
In my ass.
Your ass.
Wow.
Yeah, because I have a negative blood type, and then if the baby has a positive blood type, I can develop like antibodies that will like attack
What
the baby.
Hell?
Yeah, and
God.
they have like a fix for it, but you have to get it in your butt.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's nice. It's unfortunate I couldn't give you like an
I think
IV
it's
for
kind
that.
of weird that they have to put it in the hole.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is strange.
They don't
Yeah.
even penetrate anything. They just go, and then just the liquid just goes in.
Yeah.
they
There's
just
no
spray it.
there's no penetration of
Like a
tissue.
Windex sprayer.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
they just go psh on your butthole.
Yeah.
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 You ever got a shot in your butt?
No. I got checked for a hernia when I was 17, and that was very painful.
Yeah.
Have you ever you ever had that?
Yes. Well, I haven't had it checked, but yeah, I've had her.
Ugh, they're gonna stick your finger up your balls. I didn't even realize that was a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Maybe I've had a different thing. I don't remember them.
So
messing my nuts.
there's a hole up your pelvis.
Oh, yeah.
Where like if you strain too hard, a piece of your intestine.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking
No,
doctor, guys.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's exactly what happens.
It'll go down in like a hole,
Yeah.
and it can get caught, and they check to see if you have one. And I had a checkup, and my doctor had to do it. But the way they do it is they stick a finger up your scrotum, and it fucking hurt, dude. And I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't know that that's what I was there for.
No.
And so
Especially as a surprise.
it kind of shocked me.
I bet.
That did. And the doctor was like, "Drop your pants," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I was like,
weird.
I thought we were talking about my guts.
Yeah.
Not my nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just like
They rhyme.
was it just like a physical? Is that all you
I
went in
think
for?
so. Yeah.
Surprise!
Surprise!
We're touching your balls.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically I was like, I'm not gonna make a noise. I'm not gonna make a noise, and I did. I went, huh? No, I didn't do that.
You should have.
I genuinely, I went, huh? I did that.
Yeah.
And he went, okay. And he walked over and he's like, you're good. And I was like, oh.
Too far.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Wait, do they do that when you're 18? Or are doctors allowed to look at baby penis?
Yes. That's why there's a different
How's
doctor.
that not wait.
Like,
You're gonna get some territory.
Yeah, I think I am. Wait, is that not like... What if like you're a kid and they have to look at the penis?
They can.
They can. As long as they're not molesting you.
And usually they're pediatricians, so
Yeah.
they're like children doctors.
Yeah, they go to
They're
school
specialists.
yeah.
Got it.
And I imagine most of the time your development doesn't change a whole lot until you reach interpuberty and probably
I'm
somewhere
just wondering
in
if I can sue this doctor.
for her. Yeah,
He
no.
touched my balls and didn't tell me.
I don't know about that. I don't know if you can get him for not saying turn
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Have you had a prostate exam?
No. We shouldn't until 40.
Oh.
Okay. I've
Like,
heard that you should.
Did they give you that one too?
You could. Yeah, I mean, you definitely could. It's just normally in most cases issues that come after 40. But you totally could. I mean, it's important. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the first person to say make sure you, because Lacey with cancer,
Yeah.
check
Check everything.
Yeah, always fill yourself up. You're in the shower,
yeah.
wash it, fill yourself up. It
I
sounds a
feel
little
like
odd.
I'm really...
Go to the doctor.
Guys, I have a skill. My skill is knowing if I have cancer. Whenever there's a new weird thing on my body, I am very aware of it, especially
You
if
should
it's
be.
a lump. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? That's just a zit. But
Good.
Good.
you know how often I feel my balls? Anyway,
You should. You should. It's a meme, but you definitely should.
Yeah.
You
Go
definitely
check your bits, because you never know, and that stuff normally is lethal.
Everybody watching this podcast right now, if you have balls, I want you to go check them right now.
Check them. Check. You can do it. It's the best thing. Check it
I want you
in
to check
your own
your, I want
privacy.
you to check your balls while listening to this podcast right now.
I would say it's probably different. Not to go too far back. That the shot.
Think
in the
about how
ass-
many
Yeah.
people are fondling their balls while we're doing this right
You
now.
know what? We're promoting public health.
Fuck
If
yes.
anything,
This is
good
awesome.
for us. Yeah.
I feel so awesome right now. I feel so powerful.
I imagine it would feel not as bad, but I have a thick ass.
Yeah.
So I imagine it was probably very painful for you.
Yeah, it was
how far that needle
okay,
away from
incredibly
your
awkward
fucking
because the
pelvis.
nurse was like, "Okay, I'll be right back. I just need to go. I had to get 2 shots." And she was like, she comes back in. She gave me the first one in my arm, and she's like, "Okay, now I need you to pull your pants down." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine." I knew that I was gonna have to get it in my butt, but she was like, "Sorry, you have to pinch your butt." And as she's putting it in my, she's giving me the shot in my ass. The doctor who I'm there to see opens the door to the room, and I'm like, "Hello." There's a new, and it was a new doctor because my doctor has been like just randomly gone, and I
Wow.
don't know where. Like they're
Nice
like,
to
"Yeah,
meet
she's
you.
not here for
My
2
ass
weeks."
is
And
out.
I'm like, "Hi, new doctor that I haven't met yet." Yeah,
You want to check on the hood while you're there? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's rough. There's some terrible shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things you don't want to get stuck in you. I mean, everything should just stay inside.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. If I got a shot in my ass, they'd have to use like an enormous needle.
You have to put the thing up like a hammer.
Yeah.
It's like a what is the one that they put in your back to
An epidural.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like an
epidural.
epidural
Oh.
but for your ass.
Lacey had to have one of those. It was fucking. Oh, Lacey also. It was probably one of the worst experiences she's probably ever felt. So like, I guess I don't know about a gore warning, but they had to, because she had stage 4 non-Hodgkin lymphoma, which is near lethal, which means the stages indicate where it's at. So stage 1's on one side of the body, 2 is if it's crossed over, 3 if it's in lymph nodes, and 4 if it's in the bone marrow. So to determine whether or not she had 4 or just 3, they had to burrow through her bone and get bone marrow from inside it. So they put her down, like laid her down, gave her numbing, but you can't numb like the inside of your bones. And then they had to use like a hand like drill, and they had to puncture her bone and get bone marrow out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She is the most powerful person I've ever known.
Yeah.
And she was awake the entire time. She couldn't go to sleep. I had to be with her, and it looked like it fucking hurt. And they had to do it like several times because she was like the lady who was doing it was just not strong enough.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Get the strong guy back there.
I know, get
Fucking
somebody.
hell.
Yeah. Well, the other doctor was an old, like 94-year-old man.
Yeah.
That was like,
Well, it wasn't it wasn't in her bones though.
no, it was.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, they had to determine before chemotherapy. They had to determine how far. it was to determine, I guess, lethality of the toxin or whatever, or however it works.
Yeah.
But they determine if it was stage 4 or not. Because at that stage, we were determining if she even had like, I mean, this can get heavy again. At that stage, we were trying to determine if she was even going to survive. Because we knew, okay, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma for someone in her age bracket's like 80% survival rate. As you get higher stages, the rate goes down. Or it can falter, but if it goes into her bones, that's stage 4 for sure. 5 is lethal, and you have months to live. And she was nearly there. And the problem with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is that it can grow over 6 to 10 years.
Whoa!
So she had it years before when we almost met, and it would just slowly build and grow, and it's pretty much non-detectable. When she was like fainting at work and doing all kinds of stuff, she thought she had anemia.
Yeah.
For like a year. So she was taking iron supplements and all kinds of other shit. And like, we don't know why you're just, well, yeah, because she'd have to go for like blood transfusions every other week. Because they're like, it's just gone. Where's it fucking going? And they're like, well, maybe you have an infection in your bones. And they're like, maybe you have cancer. And you're like, she's 26. She doesn't have cancer. And we're just like, oh, no, that's it. That's what exactly. And it was just a slow regression into it.
Shit.
Yeah, it was nuts. The whole fucking, that was all during 2020.
I can't imagine.
Oh, it was brutal. But that bone marrow thing
Get yourself checked out.
Yeah, always fill yourself up.
It's embarrassing for 2 minutes, and then
lymph nodes are like in your neck, right?
Lymph nodes are everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
lymph nodes are glands that are in your neck, under your arms, in between your thighs, everywhere.
Did she have it everywhere?
She had them in almost all of her lymph nodes, probably about 70%. Because I think that's stage 3. Is it goes. Or maybe stage 3 is the pancreas. She had it somewhere, but the lymph nodes are everywhere in your body. If they caught it earlier, they could have just removed a lymph node and it would have been fine. But because it was throughout her whole body, they had to go through chemotherapy.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a crazy experience on its own right.
So, how is she now?
Fine. I mean, she's about, probably about a year and a half into, I don't know what it's called, into remission.
Remission, yeah.
She's completely cleared. But she has to go back every like 6 years,
Just
2 years, 5 years, because
it can come back.
Yeah, once you have cancer once, your susceptibility to get cancer again is almost doubled.
Yeah.
So she always had to be checked for it. And but
you'd be able to catch it early.
Well, it depends. That's always the trick of it. Okay. That's why it's so important to check. Is that non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is one of the most curable but slowest growing cancers. Because you get cancer, you can develop like breast cancer or some other type of cancer that's incredibly more lethal and even more difficult to get.
Got it.
So if they caught non-Hodgkin's again, yes. But if it was like pancreatic or something else, the whole procedure changes again. Wow. So it's just a huge different thing. But so important to check.
Well, that is sort of a happy ending.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of it's like, to be honest, it's definitely curable, and it's all about making sure you advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
That was a lot of it. And it's probably because of how COVID was, where you couldn't have anyone with you. She found out in the hospital. She went to go get her transfusion because she was fainting. Like at this point, she lost the ability to walk. She was in a wheelchair. She couldn't even move around the house. She went from like 200 pounds to like 95. So she went from everything. All of her clothes went to a size small. She couldn't wear anything. And she had to be hospitalized because she went for the blood transfusion. While they were doing it, they couldn't get her above like a lethal range. Like we don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. This is all before we don't know what's going on. So like, okay, well, we have to hospitalize you because if you leave, you'll be back here in 2 hours anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're still in lethal. We've been pumping your blood for 8 hours and you're still in that lethal range. So while they were there, she was all alone during COVID. I couldn't go in. She was in the hospital the entire time, like 5 days by herself, and she had to advocate for herself. Because everyone's like, well, we don't know what it is. Maybe you have anemia. She's like, I don't have anemia. I've been doing this for a year and a half. So she has to battle this whole thing while her body's already under assault. And then she finally she just pushes herself, She's like, I think I might have this thing. I need to run these tests. And someone's like, well, you're just not well. Like, no, I could have, I do the research. I need to do this thing. I have insurance. Fucking check it. And they did. And they were like, yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a whole fucking mess. But a lot of it's like, check yourself and advocate for yourself because that's really, really important.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's really cool though. That's in a weird way it's very inspiring. To hear that she went through all of that. It has to be horrible for you guys. And
to be honest, we were memeing last week about like wisdom. That a lot of that was really hard to go through. Not Lacey's fucking life was infinitely harder, but the biggest lesson I learned is that pain is relative.
Yeah.
That it was really hard to like live with someone in that situation.
Yeah.
I'm almost even hesitant to say half of this because it's just really a fucking bummer. But when we were like, it got to a point where we would just middle of COVID, tests were fucking gone. People were dying left and right anyway.
Yeah.
And we got to a point where subconsciously my body and my mind became so in tuned and so prepared for her to pass that I was waking up and I was almost surprised that she was there.
Oh my God.
So I was more comfortable at that rate with her passing. So when she survived, my brain fell apart because I was like, oh, I didn't think I was going to have it this past. I didn't have a plan for if you survive, but my brain planned for all the worst things.
Oh my God.
And I just became more comfortable with my partner passing than being alive. And I was just preparing my family for that. That was my whole fucking time. I mean, I was taking her chemo, doing all the other shit, but she, as I said, COVID, she had to do most of it by herself. But, Landon, Mia, it was really, really hard.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was shitty. It was really shitty. But
yeah,
we're like 3 years out now, and we're a whole 180. So we're real happy about it.
That's good. That's really, really good. Yeah. Wow. That's insane.
Sorry to take that
no,
away from that.
not at all. I
Sucks.
was just genuinely interested. We knew you, but we didn't know you as well as we do now. And so like when 2020 sort of happened, we just kind of didn't hear from you guys at all. Yeah. And then the only time was later, and I didn't even learn about this until later. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know this. Yeah. So the beginning, 2020, that was probably the only solace I really had was that God, it was a bad year for everyone. No one came out unscathed. We started that year, or 2019, with one of my coworkers' fiancés committing suicide, and then Lacey got cancer, and then we ended with Ricardo passing to COVID. And it was just like, God, for like a year and a half, the hits just kept coming, and it was just so hard. But in a weird way, I feel wizened.
Yes.
Jack and I talk about it a lot. This is a lot of the conversations. Like, I wish Jack and I would have like really memey conversations sometimes, but a lot of it's like that Baron thing. That was just, he tapped into me, and I was like, I'm just going to spill it all that I have because I don't. This is super relevant.
Legitimately, one of the like most like heartfelt, most like one of the coolest parts of one of our streams was that. And like, wow, it was just really cool to watch.
No, yeah, I didn't know about his situation at the time until after we messaged for a while, and it was just like, dude, I fell apart.
If you go back and watch that stream, I'm sobbing during that part because I know, and he's talking, you're talking to him about it, and I'm like, this is about his dad. Oh my God, this is about his dad. And it was, and you didn't know, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of it was, it's just a lot of that was like, and we talked about before how you make characters. I make characters in that moment. So Baron is in me coming to terms with Lacey potentially passing.
Yeah.
And then her not. So then finding a way to then go, wow, what do I do now? Yeah. It was fucking nuts. I mean, and a lot of that, I think, so fucking depressing.
It's not.
A lot of it's like, this is why I'm so grateful to the whole stream, because a lot of that's like, I have so many friends around me that really tried their hardest to like put their hooks in and go, we need to go, let's play Overwatch. My friends would buy me games, and I was just in fight or flight for like a year and a half. And when you asked me to be in Chol, I was like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. Let's try it. And being able to have a routine where I would go and like, even though trapped in the house and trapped in that scenario, I was able to like get away from it all. It helped learn to be a person again.
Yeah.
And I talk about this all the time where I still haven't really DM'd a campaign because when I think of DMing, it's like, when I used to DM every week, it was because I felt this tremendous responsibility that these people are coming here, and I'm going to try and take everything they're doing, all this hardship, all this bullshit, I'm going to rip it away. And I wound up putting that all on myself for the longest time. And then when Ricardo passed, I just couldn't carry it anymore. Yeah. And it became really, really, really fucking hard at that point. But no, I mean, you learned, it sounds weird, you learn to love again. Yeah. And Jack and the streams and everything else has been really kind of like baby steps into me getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, really, you guys, I think all of you came out of that way, way, way stronger.
Oh, yeah,
because
absolutely.
It's insane the amount of things that are like I just said earlier, because you were trying to fix like our light thing, because we had a purple light thing and Alphonse chewed it, and you were trying to fix it, and I was like, you surprise me every single day. It's insane, and I really do mean that, because there's so many things that like you know and are confident with, and like I feel like that you've learned over time, but also through that experience as well, and it's insane. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of that I feel because we just recently found out like 3 weeks ago that the homeowner that we were renting from wanted to sell their house.
yeah.
And normally that would have shook me. They're like, you have 60 days. How are we going to do this? Because we have my brother-in-law lives with us and we love him to death and he's in a wheelchair. So a lot of like these homes have to be a certain way. But 3 years ago, that would have destroyed me.
Yeah.
I found a house that day and I was like, we're moving next week.
Yeah.
Being able to go through that much hardship was allowed me to like communicate with Jack in a certain way and to recognize pain and be constructive with it, which is like Baron's whole thing is how do I mourn but productively? And then I was able to just handle the world a little better because at that rate, you know what? Anyone who's lived through 2020, what's the worst thing about a tire breaking down? I'll find it somewhere. We'll put another tire on it. Who gives a shit?
Exactly. And to a certain level,
perspective.
like, not even on the same level in any way, but like I think that that's a general thing that even I feel for myself is that like after that year and the amount of shit that we went through after that, there's so many things I'm just like it's just this big. It's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Having a baby was way less scary. Way less scary.
Yeah.
I had a lot of anxiety at the beginning, but after kind of got over it, I was like, what the fuck? I can do this. So many other people have done this. We've done yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, but like I think we could pull it off. And you know, there's a lot of things about that wow, I've never told you that. Holy shit. Do you remember when we had this conversation before and it was here and it was in 2021?
Yeah.
And it was a long conversation that we had, and then you left, and it was after we did the podcast.
Yeah.
When you left, I looked at her and I went, "Okay, we can have a baby." It was after that conversation. I don't know what decided it, but that was that. Like I don't know what it was, but after that, I was like, "Yeah, no, I think we're good. I think we're all right." Yeah. So yeah,
that kid, man, fucks me up. I talk about it. Man, it's such a fucking bummer. This whole thing, I hate
Guys, it's the emotional episode of the podcast.
I put a lot of my time every morning to putting on like a face, right? I try and be the best person I can, and sometimes it's just really fucking hard. Sometimes to be a person. Something about that conversation about that kid fucking just pierces right through me. And I'm not a person that usually lets people like really into the like who I am, like in my soft bits. But something about that's that face I make. It's like a mixture of horror when I look at that kid. I'm like, you're not supposed to be in my zone where that's at, and it sounds fucking terrible. I am good, but when I first found out, I like wept uncontrollably, and I was like, because that's the first time I felt joy in like 2 years, and I was like.
You're the first person we told too.
Yeah,
I know.
We recorded that podcast episode, and we were about to record it. Yeah. We were right here. We found out. We're like, oh my god! And then you walked in. We're like, we have to tell Craig. Yeah, he's the only one who can know. Like, of course we do.
It broke me a little bit because I was like, wow. I don't know, a lot of it's like this is just a whole other. Like I could feel the page turning. This is a whole new era.
That's how I felt too. Whole new thing. That's how I felt after we had that conversation. I was like, "Oh shit! All of this is kind of behind us now.
Yeah,
we could do this. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah.
I love you both very very much.
We love you too.
Okay, you should read some questions.
Oh my god!
This isn't really fun. I'm sorry, guys.
Get the cry out of my throat.
I'm sorry.
Oh no! Don't be sorry. It's good. Oh fuck.
Just fucking. I blame the move. I blame moving my house, so my whole life's in like transition. Yeah. So I'm like, why don't we just pull up all the floorboards and deal with the trauma now?
Yeah. Really. It's honestly that's kind of weird. I felt that way recently too. Ever since like I started getting my medication, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing with myself? Why do I have all these insecurities and shit? Why don't I just kind of put it all out there and just do whatever I need to do? You know? And so Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Everyone's at home feeling a little down. It's gonna be all right. I promise.
Yeah.
It'll be mad
Absolutely.
chill. I
Oh,
promise. I promise.
Of course. It will. Things will get better. 100%. We had a rough time beginning of 2021, but we pushed through that shit.
We did.
And everything's okay now.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get this fucking house.
Yeah.
Fucking house for
My
this
goddamn
dumb
tax
baby.
returns. Man, we got to walk through the house in Bakersfield.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Over there and saw it, and we walked through it, and we're like, this shit's kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's so much bigger than I thought it was. And I was like, oh my God. But if we get it, it's going to be like dream come true. It's going to be really cool. So
It is.
I always have these very surreal moments, and Lacey hates it when I do it because I do it a lot when I'm like driving in the car with her, or we're like just alone at the house. And I think about like the first place we were at, and you guys probably have a very similar memory where we lived in a very small, like we lived in a pool house in someone's backyard.
that's right. Yeah.
That's how small it was. It didn't have air conditioning. It had a space cooler.
Yeah.
It was not even really a home. And then now we have this other house. And sometimes I'm just humbled by, wow, that was like 5-6 years ago. I mean, that's probably, I can imagine walking to a house and going, this is a home I'm going to own. And go, oh, there's a kid here now.
That's
everything.
what I was
Everything's
thinking about.
just.
It was when I was looking at the house, and like, so I went into like the area that we want to put the stream, and I was like, this is gonna work, this is gonna be really good. And we went to like the living room, and I was like, oh fuck, I love how big these windows are. And we went to the kitchen, and I was looking around the kitchen, and I was like, oh, this is where I'm gonna teach her how to cook. Oh my God. And yeah, it was emotional. It was crazy.
Just that thing again.
Yeah. It was like, and then we like went upstairs, and we're like, so like, which room do we want to be her room? Oh my God, she's gonna have a room. What the fuck?
It was a little bit more surreal.
Yeah, it was so weird to like go through the house and think about like, oh wow, this is gonna be like where like, because I remember the first house the house I was born in.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I remember it even though we only lived in it for a few years. But like thinking about that for her and her this not being like, oh, this is my new house. This is like. Yeah. This is where like she's going to have her memories. This is where she's going to like learn and become a person. Oh my God, it's so insane. Yeah. So weird to think about.
Absolutely. To be honest, I'm kind of glad that because we were recording on a different day we normally record. Yesterday, for some reason, I think it's because again the move is moving everything around, and I'm like rescheduling all my dates again.
Yeah,
you're so close. And coming here yesterday, my brain wouldn't let that go. I'm like, it's like 2 months away. And then everything started to like click and fall into place and go, fuck. That's like a person's going to be here in like 2 months. That's like a friend visiting and then staying forever.
Yeah.
They're never going to leave.
They're never gone. This is a permanent addition for the rest of our lives.
God.
Like, and that's not a bad thing. Like it's I'm really excited and really happy because it's going to be different, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I'll always look back before we had her and be like, oh yeah, those were those were good days, those were fun. But I'm really excited to have her and all that stuff. And it's kind of weird. It's surreal when you realize that. You think like, oh, I'm in limited time right now.
Yeah.
I am in a space that I'm not going to have for very long. I'm not even going to be living in this house at some point. I'm going to be thinking very differently.
That's exactly the same thought I had coming over here yesterday. That I was at the point that I teared up in the car and I was like, at that moment in that hospital, that world will end. And a new one will begin with one more fucking person on the earth. A whole new person. Whatever it was before is gone. There's a whole new world out there with one other person in it.
Yep. It's so weird.
My brain couldn't fucking like calculate it. And you're like, I'm the one running here. I'm like, thank God. I have to go home and weep in a shower. I get the fuck out of here. I was like, totally chill.
Yeah.
I get to go home.
Yeah, we forgot to tell Craig that we were recording yesterday because we were at Disneyland. And I knew you were at our house because you were like, hey, so 6 today? And I was like, shit. It was 6.
But I think it was super good. So I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go home. Thank God.
Go home.
Oh, it's no excuse.
Yeah.
That means I just get to go get fast food.
Yeah.
So it was chill.
An excuse.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't wait to tell everybody her name.
Me
'Cause we
too.
haven't told them. Craig knows her name, but I can't wait to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Because I really like her name.
I really.
And everybody thinks it's like fucking Frodo or something.
Yeah. No.
And it's not. But one of her can I say this?
Her middle name?
Her middle name is Lord of the Rings, but her first name is not. It's just a name that we both like. So y'all will find out when she is born.
Yeah.
When that day eventually comes. Which probably fucking
80 days.
Have you seen,
Stop.
you haven't.
I don't need a countdown clock. My heart's going to explode.
It's at 80.
Yeah, it is. I get the countdown clock. Actually, I feel strangely the opposite. It feels very far away for me. I'm still like, fuck, we still have a while.
No, I think a lot of it too is that Mia is getting stuff for the baby shower. So like every day, we're like, oh, a package, and I'm like,
What's in there?
I don't want to touch it. I'm like, oh. What is this fucking thing? And I'm like, oh, I hate it. And then Mia comes home and is like, look what I bought. I'm like, get away from me. Every little item, every little blanket makes it even more alive.
Yeah. Every time we show Craig something about the baby, he's like, what the fuck? It's so funny. It's so great. And it's interesting that it's in that way, which is cool. But I don't know if you know this, and you don't have to tell me this, but do you know that we know who buys what and how many things they buy?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How?
The
it's
registry
an app, and it's so that you can just know what you're going to get, because like we have to be prepared, so we have to know what people are going to get, which is nice, but it kind of ruins the surprise. But it's good to know.
You should look at it, but no, it went from like 7 things to 15 things, and I was like, oh, a bunch of people must have bought stuff. It was just Mia.
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck?
It was because she came to me and was like, hey, I want to spend this much. Do you think I should get one really big thing or a bunch of small things? And I was like, well, I think the big thing should be left for like family members, and then we'll like get it later if they don't get anything. But like the big things I feel like should come from like the immediate family, whatever. And if they like skip out, we'll be like, slide in. I was like, no, just get a bunch of like fun small shit. So she's like, all right, I'll just spend this much on like whatever the fuck I want. And every day's a new package. I'm just staring
Too
at
sweet.
it. Don't thank me yet. There's some baby tins coming.
The tins.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's become more real, and like I think I'm actually like kind of antsy. I kind of want it to happen already.
Yeah.
And that's why it feels long, because our nephew was born. And we've been able to see him be healthy and be a baby and like hold him and stuff like that. And now I'm impatient. I'm like, all right, I want mine already. Yeah. So like that, and that was just really cool to see him. Like, it's so weird. He's not even like a month old. Oh yeah, he is a month old. And he has so much personality already. Yeah. Which is so weird to see. Yeah. Little Mans is so funny. He
likes hats.
Yeah, he has little hats, and he likes to stare at him. So when Saban holds him, Saban always has like a hat on. He'll stare at it and be like, he'll like try to get it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why does he want that? And then whenever he's asleep, he'll like make noises and be like, or like dream. And Maddie's like, oh, he's dreaming. And I'm like, what is he dreaming about?
Yeah, what the baby has to dream about? He's been here for a month.
Yeah.
What kind of ideas?
Me and $1 million mansion in the Beverly Hills.
Batman, you're busting my balls.
I really wish I could be Batman when I grow up.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing that's been weird.
In the way.
Ave Maria. That was also a weird thing to think about was, do you remember any movies that came out when the year you were born?
Oh, I don't know.
So
what do you mean? Like, do I remember watching them the year they came out?
Think about the fact that later on, we're going to tell our kid, oh, The Batman with Robert Pattinson, that came out when you were born.
Oh. That's what you
That's mean. Very weird to think about. Things that came out before I was born are old. That's old. Yeah. And to think about that, like, one day Elden Ring is going to be this old game my dad played is fucking weird.
I had the thought that your kid will get to the 21st century.
Yeah.
Or the 22nd century?
Maybe.
It'll get to 20, it'll be 21 something. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, it'll be 21. So yeah. She might get to 20. Yeah, no. Yeah.
The Matrix came out the year I was born.
Wow.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And Fight Club.
Hell yeah.
All right, you want to do questions?
Yeah.
All right, I suppose. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, but we're going to try to do them. We're going to speed the questions.
That's my fault.
No, it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Good podcast.
Blame Craig, but don't blame Craig at the same time. The Rubinator asks, what are your favorite and most hated tropes in D&D? All right. What the guys, I don't know whatever you guys mean whenever you ask this. Like, hated tropes in D&D? There's not really a whole lot of tropes that I hate in D&D. Like, there's not a whole lot of like things that I'm like, nah, that's stupid. I hate people being bad players. That's a trope I don't like.
I hate when people are bad at the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I don't really like tropes that are like I don't know, but I do like that though.
See, I feel very similar. I have a lot of things I like.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's, in fact, actually, tropes are to me what make D&D really fun because everybody knows them and can relate to them.
No.
And so, like, if you do a trope, everybody's like, I know what this is. Instead of trying to be convoluted, that's the trope I don't like. Is not using tropes. Use tropes; they're fun.
Be a horny bard.
Be a horny bard.
I
It's
love
a good time.
horny bard, smart wizard.
Yeah. And
Or dumb barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play a big dumb barbarian.
Oh,
It's
you're
fun.
a rogue and your parents are dead? That's great.
Yeah.
Play
Brood.
That's not great, but
Play an elven ranger with multi swords.
Human fighter.
Fucking do it.
Human
Yeah,
fighter.
human fighter. Yep.
Play
Human fighter
it.
champion.
Play a human.
you will
do
surprise
it.
yourself.
You will play a halfling fucking rogue.
Yeah.
It's good. The tropes are there for a fucking reason. Anyway.
Androgynous half elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play a quirked up white boy with
Yeah.
a little bit of swagger. Who's goated with the sauce?
Good for him.
Metalist asks, what is your process of making character playlists and how do you choose certain songs? I think we talked about this before, but you want to give the spark notes on that one? Because you're the one that does this, not fucking me.
I just know songs that I think will fit my character. I put them in a playlist. Spotify goes, here's some more that might fit this playlist, and I listen to all of them.
Spotify
and then
recommended.
occasionally there will be one I'm like, it's pretty nice. Yeah,
Nice.
Take this one.
yeah. And then sometimes you go, hey, I think this song might fit your character, and I go,
Weasley65 asks, Jacob, in accordance to your previous answer about a Fallout series, can we also maybe get a cooking series from the Heroes Feast? That seems really cool. I wanted to do that. I actually really wanted to do that.
we bought all of the stuff to film a Heroes Feast video, and then this is going to be so
It
complicated.
was going to be really hard to film, and
I think we could do it now because we have so many cameras.
Yeah, I think we could now. It would just be it would be a lot of effort to do.
And we have the
wouldn't
pack
mind
mics.
doing it. And maybe we just use one camera and somebody just like vlogs the whole thing. It would just be a mess to edit.
You always do like a food stream.
Yeah, maybe. We'll
that'd be
see.
easier.
Like, I do want to do
Maybe
that.
in the new house.
It would maybe in the new house.
The new house has got a really big kitchen. Our kitchen's not that big. There's not a lot of counter space, and it's a mess. It's not a
better
mess.
than our old apartment.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Zav, creator of D&D Waifus, asks, "Oh God, Jacob, no, slow down, please. Because I was running.
Yeah.
If your characters were in Super Smash Bros, what would their... that's such a good question. If your characters were in Super Smash Bros, what would their neutral, up, down, and side specials be? Also, what about their final smash and their alternate skins?" Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to get to every question, so this is the last question.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. Re-ask your questions next week. When we decide not to, vent about our emotions. Today was a healthy episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I'm going to name it. The
Healthy
healthiest,
episode.
the healthy episode. All right. So Damon's a Smash character. Okay. His neutral B is his. No, he would have the hook shot like Link. He would have the grab. That's the hook shot because he actually I reflavored Thorn Whip to be a hook shot. His side B would be his buzzsaw that he used to have. He would just like he would like throw it. His neutral B would be what's like something Damon does a lot. When it like top of your head, like what's something he does quite often.
Maybe it could be like Pythias.
Maybe it's Pythias.
I don't know what button you said it would be.
Like just like neutral B.
Like Peach, her little block thing is Toad.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Pythias does a counter.
Yeah,
That would be cool. Maybe
because Pythias can do that, right? Like a still defender can.
Yeah, maybe it's like a shield. So like he shows up and it's like and he becomes like a shield for him. That'd be cool. And then his up B would be his jetpack. He'd fly upwards, and he could hover. And then his down B.
It's just a ground pound.
He just slams
with his
ass
big
into the
butt,
ground, maybe he takes his ion gauntlets and he shoves them into the ground, and then on both sides of him are like electricity, and they go bzz, they go like that, yeah. Or no, how about his B? His normal B is he just does a punch with the glove, like a falcon punch, like, and then his down B is Pythias, and then his final smash. I don't know. Damon doesn't have an alt, and it upsets me. Damon's alt. I always I like all my other characters have had like alts because it's kind of cool to think about having an alt for your character that they get like a really cool ability, and I don't know if Damon really just has one. Maybe he
maybe you know how some of them are like it's like all of the anime characters they're like team ups, so it'd be like the rest of the party.
He just goes over and he
cool.
just does like a big punch towards you, and he takes you into a cutscene where all the other Abney adventurers just beat the shit out of you, and then it ends with Jeremy shooting a carrot, and then they die.
Does he have like an alternate skin or a taunt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fun to think. Fuck, this is so fun to think about. I want to do this with all of my characters now, and have like a move set for them because I did that with Jace in your game. I had fucking move sets in your game.
Like a document with them on it.
Yeah. I guess I can't think of any taunts really because taunts are always kind of hard to come up with. I think one of them would be like he would just kind of like Luigi. He would just kind of like look at the ground and like move it around. And then another one he would probably like flex his muscles. He'd be like, you do that.
Or like he gets on one knee and he's like fixing Pythias.
Oh yeah. He like shows up and he fixes him. Yeah, that would be cute. And then his alt skins would be like level 1 Damon. Or like level 3 Damon, whatever he was, and then like his default is like how he is now, and then maybe he's got
the cowboy hat,
cowboy hat Damon, winter clothes Damon, a desert outfit Damon, and it's like the Shulk where he's not wearing any clothes; it's just underwear Damon, or Damon when he was with his tribe. So he has like markings on his body. He's younger. His hair is shorter. And he's got like hunting weapons and stuff like that. So yeah, that'd be Damon for the most part.
Help me do Philip.
Oh, Philip.
Yeah.
Oh, Philip. Philip's ult is that he rages and he goes Grotz mode. And he just goes fucking Super Saiyan and he just kicks the shit out of everybody. He's a really long sword and he just like it does like acid damage and stuff. Philip's normal B is like it's like a charge attack that's like his smite. So like he pulls back like his sword like the Fire Emblem characters and it's like a smite.
You always say what is it, Ike?
Yeah, Ike. He would play like Ike. He would be really slow and his sword would move really slowly, but he hit really hard. And his side B would be because I don't want to copy the Fire Emblem characters because they really figured that strategy out for sword people with swords in that game. His side B maybe he shoots lightning. Yeah, like a little bit of lightning comes out of like his sword or something, and it's like it like goes forward.
Or like who is it? Isn't there someone Zelda? She has a thing where it like shoots out. Yeah. That'd
be cool. Cool. Or like Robin, how Robin like charges it up and then it like goes out. Robin.
Yep.
His up.
Sorry, you said Robin, and my mind could only picture Lucas.
Oh. Who's Lucas?
Isn't Lucas one of the little
Oh, you thought of Lucas from Earthbound?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because don't they have the little lightning arc thing?
Yeah, maybe it'd be something similar to that.
Yeah.
What's his recover? What's like his up move? Because Philip can't really.
If he's fallen, he's dying.
I think that's what it is. Like he has to have like an attack because like if this dude falls, he's fucked.
It's probably like all the other like Fire Emblem characters. They have like
a step.
No.
That's too bad.
Oh, he has like fairy fire and stuff, but like that's about it. It's all like the drow spells that he has.
Maybe he just does like a oh man, I don't know, man.
He could have like a ward thing because he can cast sanctuary. I think he can cast.
Oh,
that.
maybe that's his down B. Yeah.
But
or
I
maybe
think
his down
everyone
B is that he creates an area of darkness, and it goes away. Maybe his up B is like Captain Falcon, where he just pushes himself upwards and then grabs somebody, or like Ganondorf, and then like explodes with lightning or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right. What's his alt skins?
Probably like Leonine Guard.
And then like Exile Philip.
Yeah.
And he's got all the tatters and stuff. And then maybe like Prison Philip.
Prison Philip.
Also in tatters.
Yeah.
And then maybe like Wanderer Philip, who's also in tatters.
Why is he in tatters?
And maybe like
Some clothes.
Monastery
Yeah.
Philip, who's maybe also in tattered clothes.
Why do you think he's in
Man's
tattered
had a
clothes?
hard life.
Why do you think he's in tattered clothes? Have you met the man? If he has any money, you spend it on clothes.
You know why?
Oh, because he's hot.
When we were at Disneyland, I unprovoked looked at her in line
Yep.
for someone over California and said, "Who do you think has the biggest dick in the Evenfall party?" And initially
the thing
you
that
said
matters.
Phelan, and I'm just going to say that we all know it's Philip.
Yeah, in your opinion.
I think initially we did say, though, that if Kurt wanted to, they would have the biggest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Kurt could summon a gigantic dick.
I'm sure they've got one in their bag.
Probably. They're just like, I have a penis now.
This is party dick.
Yeah.
The party dick, yeah.
Do you have a character you want to make into a Smash character
I don't
real
know
quick?
if Smash to do anything like that.
Yeah, that's why I made
Damn.
Jacob do it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah.
I can usually win in Smash, but I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot.
Smash is fun.
It is. We haven't played in a long
It's a good
time.
Yeah, well, you know what, guys? This was a fun podcast episode, but before we end, we got to do Monster of the Day. And then we'll just get the fuck out of here, I guess.
Every week I forget about the monster
No,
of
we're
the
here.
day.
Let's see what we got.
Oh,
No, good. You got
I
some.
got one of these.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah, just open to a random page.
Yeah.
We've done only 3.5, but this is fine.
But to be honest, we have a lot to go through.
Yep. The 3.5 Monster Manual is fucking Dark Souls, I just want to say.
Yeah.
A
It's great.
shred storm.
A
What?
shred storm.
It looks like a tornado made out of ninja stars.
Oh my god. Is that what it is?
It looks like it.
That's cool.
It is a swarm of thousands of bladed discs crackling with electricity.
How do they...
It's an
How do you kill
each
that?
disc is a magically animated adamantine saw blade.
What?
Roughly the size of a shuriken, spitting at tremendous speed. The magical ingredient in their creation allows them to fly binds.
What's the
to
magical-
fly binds them together as a cohesive creature
Yeah.
that can be commanded by its creator. Shredstorms are construct designed for to use on the battlefield to breach enemy fortifications and eviscerate defenders.
Fuck.
Commanders deploy them to rip through walls, opening a passage for allied troops, or else to simply slip into a castle and begin wiping out defenders from behind their lines. Each individual disc that makes up a Shredstorm is 4 inches in diameter and weighs about 2 ounces. They do not speak. And that's flavor text.
What is it?
A swirling dark cloud of metal shrapnel spins through the air toward you, accompanied by a shrill grinding noise. Arcs of lightning flicker within their metallic swarm.
Could you imagine like a thing where that's like encroaching on the wizard and it casts like dispel magic, and it's just a picture of the lone wizard on the battlefield with just shurikens falling into the ground, like little sparks happening around them? You're like, fuck that guy, he's unkillable. I don't know what he did, but he's too cool. That thing's cool.
It not only has that description, but it has a way that you can play them in combat and how to create them, along with alternate abilities you can give them, like distraction, lightning bolt, and penetration.
Cool. They're not shurikens, they're just
so cool.
How many hit
on,
points
5e.
does it have?
What?
How many hit points?
77.
Okay, but
It
it's
can fly 90 feet per turn. Fuck. That is awesome. Its AC is 24.
you don't
24.
you don't need to put that in any of your games though. Just so you know.
No, never. But it'd be cool if you could like unleash it on someone and
Just
watch
sit-
it.
And
I'm
that-
sorry. Every time we fucking pull out a monster out of this book, it's cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Y'all
Very
are
cool.
sleeping on the third edition monster manual. Wow, that is so fucking creative. That is so cool.
It is.
Next time we play Icewind Dale, one of those is gonna be spinning
I
in the
am gonna add that
distance.
to a game.
You should.
That's
That'd be-
really
that's cool.
Oh man. All right.
That could be like a little like hidden Easter egg in like the tower that it's in there, but we can't use it.
I think what I like about that the most is that it's like
I have so many shurikens.
it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a war weapon, but
Yeah.
it's a magical weird D&D war weapon.
Yeah.
Like man, that's awesome. There's so much potential with that.
It's very D&D in practicality because you could just make a bomb. Or you could go, what if we made a tiny shuriken? I mean, 1,000 of them, they spun like a tornado.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
you're
there's
a mad
lightning.
wizard, homie. You're crazy.
So cool.
That's why they call you the Mad Mage.
Yeah. Oh, Halaster made that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he didn't. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
All right. I'll go.
Fairly well.
Something in my head.
No.
Look at that little bit.